Hey! So yeah, this is like my first video, and I just wanted to discuss a book that I wrote and begin talking about it because it's just something that kind of popped into my life. I just began writing my thoughts down and it developed into me writing a book. And so I want to just get started on that. The book is called The Code of Progression, um, and it just came thought by thought. And so and it's really changed my life. Like the past 6 months, especially, I just started receiving all these different thoughts, just different days, different thoughts, and slowly they just progress into like me understanding what my purpose is for this life and what I'm supposed to do, and that is just to find happiness and joy. And so I go in my book. It talks about how the purpose of man is to find joy, and that we do that by gaining balance and balancing ourselves, mastering our soul, and being in tune to that creational force that surrounds us, and we access that through love. And the way we can easily practice this is through the three main virtues, which are faith, hope, and charity. And so, throughout this course of me writing this book, I began to say, okay, well, if I'm going to write this book, I don't want to just write it. I also want to live it, because if I'm writing about all these things about what we're supposed to do, well, I want to find happiness, and so it's like I'm gonna start living by the what I'm preaching, basically practice what I preach. And I'm not preaching anything. I'm just telling my story and what basically happened. So yeah, I started. So growing up, I went through many dark phases of life. But I've always loved God, and so I just wanted to find happiness, and it's been a struggle, and mostly just a mental struggle with me. Like I just had all these thoughts growing up that I just wasn't good enough, that I needed to do more things, that no matter what I was doing, it just wasn't enough. And so I began to I was really hard on myself and began to worry exceedingly, and just I wasn't living in the present moment. I wasn't enjoying life because I was too focused on having to make the next moment better. And that's not living. And I was so scared that I wasn't worthy to God. But then recently, actually early December of 2014 is when I began to really receive all these thoughts. And I've always, in the back of my mind, they've always been there. Like I've always deep down known. But for some reason, I just didn't see it until really recently. So I began writing all these things down. The book just harmoniously kind of basically wrote itself. And now I want to start talking about it. And my goal is to get it published. I'm in the process of trying to do that, and we'll see where that goes. But that's what I want to do. That's like that's what I feel like I'm supposed to do. So I'm just going with it. But life has been really great lately, and just I don't know, things are just falling into place. And I was once in a dark place where I just didn't love myself, and like, how could you love others around you if you don't love yourself? And so I'm just in a dark place. And then I honestly feel like I was basically lost. I wandered away from the fold of Christ and kind of just got lost in my own head, if you will. Like, my thoughts dictated who I was, and so I believed them and went down the paths that they led me instead of following the only path, which to salvation is Jesus Christ the Lord. And I really discovered that from these past 6 months, that Christ really is my Savior, and I'm so thankful for everything that I have, and I just have to say that. And hopefully I make more videos and I can talk more about all these thoughts that I have, and I hope I can receive thoughts from other people. Like, if you have any comments or questions, or if you feel the same way and receive it and feel like you just have stories to share, please do, because I would love to just learn from others. I feel like that's all we're here for, is just to help each other and learn from each other. And that's how we'll progress together. And that's basically the whole point of my book. And so, yeah, I just wanted to leave that with you. And thank you. Bye.